What it is, y'all, it is your old boy Pilk, and I'm coming back today with more Danmachi. Now, today we're going to be talking about 7th Zone. What? 7th Zone? Yeah. Well, we haven't talked about this in a while. It's a video I've been basically teasing for like a couple of months now. And I think this really warrants a video, and I think this video is extremely overdue. Now, fair warning, this video is going to be all about a max limit broken team. But this is like the max limit broken team that if you can build, you will absolutely be able to dominate 7th Zone no matter what typing it is. Absolutely no matter. And I know we have Fire Zone right now, and you know what team about to show, but it doesn't matter. It's also going to dominate Light Zone. Let's go in here. Let's talk about it, okay? It is the Water team. Of course it's the Water team. This is the team that we got basically back in the anniversary. Like, this is the anniversary team. This is the King Kong team that came out of the 4th anniversary and was just like, what is up? We dominate the entire game. Absolutely dominate the game. And first look, I know a lot of people are going to look at that, go, why do you have Mikoto on there? I'll be honest with you, this is literally designed to take on single target and AoE and literally just blast through either one. Now, Aisha can hold her own against single target, but the one thing that I've found is to really beat this in any kind of desirable amount of time is you really need to have Mikoto on there along with Aisha and let them just kind of go wild. So the big thing that we're going to do is we're going to build up to a triple, if not a quad SA, and then just kind of go from there. So I'm going to jump in. Now, Water Zone would be way too easy. I mean, way too easy. Ah, perfect. And this is single target, so this is absolutely stellar. If this was AoE, Mikoto would kind of be wasted, but we'd still dominate this within, I don't know, 12 turns or something like that. I am shocked sometimes by how quickly this destroys events. And I mean destroys events. So remember, I want you to take stock in what this dude's stats are. And he's actually buffed himself up a bit more here. So resistances are neutral across the board. Now we have 25% magic resist down, so that's why magic resistance is down. So physical and magic were neutral. Okay? Every element except dark is 90%. It will get buffed to 110. Now, because that we have so much debuffing going on down here, the water element is going to get debuffed to a point at which it's actually going to be viable-ish, only because of how strong this team is. So we're going to get some really great debuffs on here. So we've got, what, 8 million damage we need to do? And remember, most AoE units are going to hurt to do 1 million damage in an SA. So really, back in, like, this time last year, this would have been literally impossible. And I mean quite literally impossible if you didn't have, at least a team with was he Beast Killer? Beast Killer. But preferably a dark team. Water team doesn't care. Water team really doesn't care whatsoever what you do. So let's go ahead here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to use Line here. She's just going to buff SA Gauge Charge. Bell is going to go into his general buff stack. Aisha's going to go into general buff stack. And Mikoto's going to go general buff stack. Let's do turn number 1. Okay? So pretty straightforward stuff. Obviously, I have a good skill flow set, and this is a skill flow that I can actively just hit auto battle, go to town, and not even worry or care. Now here comes, here how can I forget her name? Here comes Winnie, and Winnie's going to come in here and do basically her skill too. And the reason for that is because that is going to give us a debuff, or give our opponent basically a debuff on both all and single targets. So it really doesn't matter what we're up against. That's going to be debuffed, and he's just going to take more damage. Everybody else is going to do their skill too, just to get out the debuffs, to get out the rest of their buffs, and they're going to go to town. Now, obviously, Winnie's going to get sacked out here. And yes, there is some potential benefit to using Winnie's SA on turn 3, but I find personally, like, for the sake of killing this faster, it's a lot easier for me just to sack her, do her turn 2, and then to let everybody else come in and then do the quad SA. Even sometimes a triple SA is enough, but I'm going to do a quad anyway. All right? Turn 3. Everybody else. Now, Belle and Aisha, they actually could do their skill 3s here. I have them autoing their skill 2s, but it doesn't matter. It's not going to change the outcome too much. I think it's like, it's the difference between like a turn 9 finish and a turn 10 finish or something like that. It's pretty wild. Like turn 12 is the absolute worst. For my auto purposes, for literally just grabbing a team, I have them do skill 2. I'm going to have them do skill 3 this time just because. And of course, Haruhime is going to come in. And this is the Haruhime from the anniversary. She's insane. She's nuts. She's going to do skill 2 just basically to continue the buff stack to get everything going. Okay, now all of our buffs are pretty good. We shouldn't be running out of much of anything here. We'll double check that on turn 4, but I don't believe anything is in danger of falling off. And if it is, we can reapply it. Actually, it looks like I might eat my words. Some things did. Oh, actually, no. So Magic Dex is 2 turns for Mikoto. Yep. No, like I said, everything's still good. Everything's still really good here. So yeah, we've got nothing left to really worry about. Now, Torrent Slash, it did say is 1 turn, so I can go ahead and I could buff that, but it really doesn't matter too much. I'm just going to keep doing their skill 3. I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to buff their extra action. That is how much I believe in this team and how beast this team actually is in the long run. Now, debuffs here are also still on. We got 40% strength and magic down, so he's not doing much damage to us. Water attribute down 40%. Penetration and critical rate down 40%, 1 unit resist, all unit resist down 20%, agility down 35%, and physical resist down 40%. Now, magic resist also down 40%. So everything is literally debuffed. So our stats now, magic resist and physical resist are down 65%. So we're ripping this dude apart. And that's a lot of that's because we brought in the assist that does the 25% physical resist down. We said magic resist out of the gate. Physical resist came in, I believe, with Haruhime. Water resist is still 55. So water resist is still north of where we of the 0 mark. Dark still is the preferred methodology here, but because this team don't care, we're just going to keep going. And literally all we're trying to do is we're just basically trying to build up that quad SA like I said before. So, I don't know, I can't really see his health bar. Okay, so notice we're actually doing damage to his health bar. Normally, with most any other team, you would not be even, like, you know, tickling the health bar. But we're actually doing some for real damage here. Now, some people are going to ask, is it beneficial to go ahead and do Haruhime's SA early on? Probably, I'll be honest with you, we probably would kill him a bit faster, but this team don't care. This team really has no concerns whatsoever. We're not doing extra actions. We're not, you know, really using Haruhime to the best of her ability. That said, though, doing the quad SA would probably be maybe it might have some kind of offset to that. I really haven't done the math to see how fast we finish this off. And actually, I may have underestimated this team. We might finish it a bit faster than I even said. But let's take a look here. Okay, turn 6. I'm not even going to do Torrent Slash again. Nah. Oh, did he remove our buffs? Let's take a look. Nope. Everything's still in play. Debuffs are still in play. Everything's golden. So yeah, no, we're fine. So we will need to rebuff Dawnwind. I guess I did think to rebuff on turn 6. So my skill flow is a little all over the place. I'm not going to lie. But I'm not worried about it. I'm really not losing sleep. The whole point here is to just go in, let them go nuts, and move on with our whole day. All right. So once again, skill 3 across the board. And we'll just build up that quad SA. And I believe turn 9 actually will be the quad SA. So there we go. Perfect. So it's about right on mark. I think turn 12 is about where they end if I'm not micromanaging it like this. So that probably is about there. I'm going to save. So I actually didn't even have my my build right. I have the build to do a triple there. And, well, look at his health. Actually, you know what? Let's do the triple. I don't even know my own skill flow. Let's go. So the triple would be more than adequate here if you look how low his health is. So honestly, it's been so long since I built this out. A lot of these little nuances I've never noticed. So this team could be more efficient than they are. They could kill it faster, but I'm going to be honest. I literally built this team to just say, I don't care. Just go kill it. I don't care what it is. I don't care how long it takes you. Just go. And they'll go. And they'll just absolutely decimate it, as you've seen here. All right. So I could have gone one more turn, 2 more turns technically. I think it would have been, and gotten the quad, and that would have killed him. I'm a little shocked he's not dead, if I'm honest. Oh, well. So we're like literally, if I had buff counter rate with Haruhime earlier, we actually might have had that. So here we go. Doesn't matter what happens here. Any old attack's going to kill him. And there we go. And I want to emphasize, this team had no business at all being in this event. They have no reason to be here. I don't believe they're Beast Killer. I don't believe... No, because they're Phantasma Killers. They're Phantasma Killers, mostly at least. They're all water type. They really have no business doing this. And if you want to know the conditions for S-Clear, complete the quest without losing any member, which we did all the above, within 15 turns. 15 turns is the bare minimum for S-Clear. We did it in under 10. We did it in under 10. And I bet you I could auto-run this, and I could probably, with a slightly improved skill flow, could probably get north of 22, maybe, million points. Auto-running a team that I've put that much effort into. This team is an absolute monster. This team is insane. It's hilarious. And frankly... if you can build this team, and I sincerely hope most of you guys took my advice during the anniversary and you've actually built a team similar to this. If you can build, and I'll go show the case of the team one more time here. If you can build this team out, or something even remotely close to it, and notice I don't even have the 20% assists. I lack the 20% assists, which would kill this even faster. That would have actually been probably the turn 8 kill, turn 7 kill maybe even, that we would have desired. I might have only needed to do double SA, and then, or do an early Haruhime and then do a double with, with Aisha and Belle. So who knows? Like, that is literally crazy. And if you want to know basically why this works, it's because Haruhime does 120% strength and magic. So everybody gets 120% strength and magic. Belle is going to give everybody 100% water attack damage. Now, Aisha really just comes out of the gate with a heavy hit. That's about all she does. 80% per each self water attack damage buff. But remember, that becomes 160% because she's buffed on the assist side as well. She's going to hit like an absolute truck. And Mikoto, if we did do an SA with her, which frankly, I don't think it's necessary, because if we go down here to her skill 3, is a super water magic attack status buff plus 2 turns and self 3 wait, is that the right one? Nope. Yeah, no, that's the right one. Never mind. I thought she did a percentage buff on that one. But she definitely does do a percentage buff here. But it is a super class attack after all those buffs. And, I mean, so it's just wild anyway. But if I did get an SA with her, unguard rate damage plus 100% per each self magic buff. And we didn't even need that. So, there you go. And that goes to show you, like, I've not paid attention to this team much in a very, very, very long time. I've literally just kind of built the team, let it go ham, and that was not very hard, too. I want to emphasize that. That was very hard. We just S-cleared at basically the equivalent of an auto run. So my best thing is, my recommendation, if you're going to build this team, probably do a slightly better skill flow than I've got, but make sure that you have Belle and Aisha set to AoE. AoE, it's style attacks, so like skill 2 all across the board, and then let Mikoto do her single target attacks all across the board, and literally you will have a reserve team that you can call up at any given point in time. Because remember, the other thing to consider here, and the thing I didn't really talk about, but we talked about 7th Zone before, but I guess new players probably aren't aware of this. 7th Zone is always stun. They've switched that 1 or 2 times, but not a lot. 7th Zone is almost always stun. So you could just give everybody stun anklets. And then, obviously, with Line and Winnie, we just give them the swap anklets. And that's that. The team goes. And it just basically autopilot. Now, like I said, we probably would have taken a little bit longer to kill the beast had we done it that way. But the reason I built this out with the triple SA the way I did here, the more I think about it, was because when we go up against a an AoE foe, then, you know, they're doing the AoE SAs. Even when we're up against a single target foe, Aisha still hits hard, and Mikoto comes in with her attacks anyway. So it really doesn't matter. We'll kill an AoE or a single target roughly in the same amount of time. So hopefully that makes a lot of sense. If you could build this team, great. If you have these units and you don't have them maxed out, it's a great time to start pondering what to do with all your gnome tickets and with all your star bonds that you may have saved up. This team is literally the best in the game, and I don't think has a mirror yet. Probably will shortly, but at the moment, I don't even think the fire team can touch it. But we'll probably test that out here real soon. So make sure you stay up to date by hitting that subscribe button. I think we'll have to do that video maybe this weekend. I'll have to put that team together, see what we can pull off, but run a little race, see what happens. Like, comment, share all the good stuff, and I'll be back with you guys with more Danmachi really soon.